Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here, and today I want to talk about fragile tests, what they are and what to do about them. Fragile tests are a scourge on technology. Sometimes they pass, sometimes they fail. To make life interesting, sometimes they just stop. And sometimes you just give an odd result, just to put a little more spice to life. Fragile tests are tests that we cannot trust, and we really want to trust our tests. It all comes down to time and attention. If a test passes, then we can divert our attention and our time to the things that don't work and ignore the things that do. Instead, fragile tests don't do that. Can we trust them when they pass? Can we trust them when they fail? This doubt of whether it's working or not spurs around. Because if we cannot trust these tests, what about the tests that are passing all the time? Can we trust those? It is possible that there are bugs in the tests. The more complex the system that we're testing, that will need complex setup and complex data and complex steps to get to do the test and the test itself. So it is possible that there are bugs there. Well, if that's the case, we need to either get rid of these tests or replace them, rewrite them, or fix them. But that's not the major cause, is it? We blame the tests, but when we do not focus on the real culprit. Usually it's not the tests that have the bugs in them, but the code. If your tests are complex, I guarantee that your code is even more complex. And complexity breeds bugs, right? After all, we fix a lot more bugs in production code rather than tests, right? Code that hasn't been tested enough by the developers would be buggy. And it wouldn't be just this easy to find bugs. It would be the elusive bugs that we find out sometimes, hopefully, while we're testing. And these kind of bugs may lead to fragile tests. So what do we do about it? Well, first we need to measure correctly. We need to know where the problem is, so we know how many tests of these fragile tests are failing because of the code, and maybe some of them because of the tests. We need to focus on the right problem. Because if the tests are not to blame, the code is not robust enough. To get to robust code, we need to do a bit more than just unit test it. The developers need to know what's the expected quality of the product, what they hand out to the testers, what cases they need to check, and they need to know what the testers are going to check and how. The more there's collaboration on what the developers need to do and what they expect to deliver, and the testers supply this information what they expect, we can minimize the risk of bugs. And when we do that, we minimize the risk of fragile tests. That means collaboration at both the planning, design, and maybe sometimes execution of everybody in charge of quality, which is the team. Next time you see a test that sometimes fails, don't go fix it. Think about how this kind of code came through the pipes. Find it and plug the leak. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, leave some comments down below, and go watch other videos from this series. But for now, thank you and have a nice day.